there?
No.
He goes there every year.
Alright.
For real?
With the physics kids.
We need to make a sample space for rolling a 4-sided die and spinning a 4-section spinner, right?
Can I make
Can I do
it?
it?
So,
Rich,
nope.
can I make it?
Because I'm filming, I don't have a release for you.
Did you not just listen to the whole conversation we
No, he
just
didn't.
had?
Okay.
No, 'cause
So,
I was trying to explain it.
1, 2, 3, and 4. That is the sample space for the die, right?
Correct.
Those are all my outcomes. Okay. A, B, C, D. That's the sample space for the spinner,
Woo!
right? So then if I make a table containing all of these outcomes, then we have the sample space. So wherever they overlap, that's where I go there. Christine, you got something to add?
I was gonna say, is a sample space in a tree different, or is it like a sample space is
Same
like a
thing.
category and then there's two sub, like they break down into either a table or a tree, or
Sample space is just a list of all the outcomes.
oh,
So
Jordan, wait.
So you can do it this way with the table, or you can make a tree, or if you don't like either of those and you just want to make a list, you can just make a list
so
too.
if they make a sample space, whatever is fine.
Jordan, which question?
Does it matter like what order they're in? Like
Does
if
not.
the number was first?
Does not.
Alright, just want to make sure.
Okay.
So
Anybody else?
Nope.
Jordan, Bradley, stop talking.
What did I do?
Different Jordan, bud.
He thinks everybody thinks about him. You
Okay.
Exactly.
Whoa, take it easy now.
No,
Whoa.
actually,
Hey,
it's kind of
hey,
used to.
hey, drop it. Okay.
Drop it.
So-
Drop it. No.
Probability of rolling, or find the following probabilities. You guys have the probability of rolling a 3. Okay, so probability of rolling a 3. There's two ways to do this.
Just look at
Okay, we can just look at the die. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many outcomes are a 3?
There's one out of four.
If I'm just looking at the dice.
Oh, 1.
1. In this box right here, there's only 1 3, right?
Yeah.
How many possible outcomes?
4.
4. So the
Four.
probability of rolling a 3 is 1 out of 4. Okay? Or, if I look at the whole sample space, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 threes out of 16. And those are the same. If you wrote 4 out of 16, I'd like you to reduce that to 1/4, please.
Are we gonna get it marked wrong on the
Okay.
test if we don't
On
do
the test, yes, they will be marked wrong if you don't reduce.
Oh.
Why,
So-
why are you saying
Next one. Probability of spinning an A. Same thing. In my 4-section spinner, how many A's are there?
1.
1. So the probability of spinning an A is 1 out of
4.
4. David, stop talking. David, you're right by the microphone, bud. So even if you're whispering, I'm going to hear it when I watch it later.
Where is it?
It's right in the computer.
that?
Mr. Branch.
It's inside, David.
Ew.
Alright. Alright, any questions?
You used to put like the big number first and then reduce it.
That's fine. Either way works. Okay? But I want 1 out of 4 here. Okay? Because most times students will only write down one thing,
To the computer.
so I want them to write down 1 out of 4. Okay? David, stop.
Oh, so you don't have to write 416?
You don't have to use your phone. Okay, David.
That was
Jordan. Guys, I'm serious.
That was from
Okay? No, I'm serious. Okay? I asked you to stop now. Now you're just being distracted. So if you want to get written up, that's fine. Okay? Thank you.
Maybe we should leave stop
Okay.
after the second time.
Jordan, I said stop already, didn't I?
Yeah, stop.
Okay. So probability of A. The other way we can do probability of A, if I look at the whole sample space, there are 4 A's, right? 4 out of 16 reduces to 1/4. So either way works. Okay. Next one. Probability of rolling an even. Well, on the dice, how many evens are there?
2.
2. So the probability of rolling an even is 2 out of
4.
4, or 1/2. Okay? You can look at the bigger sample space too and count how many times I have a 2 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 16 makes
1/2.
1/2. Okay? The last one. The probability of a 2 and a B.
1/16.
Good. There is only one square that has both a 2 and a B. Right? Only one square that has both a 2 and a B. So the probability is 1 out of 16. Does that make sense? Are there any questions? Any questions? No questions. All right. This four-section spinner, this four-sided dice, that's just to get us in thinking about these next two terms. Okay? Now, I know these are the next two things you need to write down on your paper, but I do not want you to write them all at once. So we're going to focus on independent events. Okay? Independent events. Two events are independent if they have no effect on each other's probabilities. So, for example, events that are independent would be the weather and what I eat for lunch. Okay? So what I mean by that, if I wake up in the morning, it's raining, I don't say, oh, raining, time to pack pizza. Okay? I don't do that. Okay? If I wake up in the morning and I see it's sunny outside, I don't say, ooh, sunny, peanut butter and jelly day. Okay? The probability of the weather does not affect what I pack for lunch. Does that make sense? Okay? They are independent of one another. Okay? Bradley. Okay. Now, the two events that are not independent would be what coat I wear and the weather. If I wake up and I see it's snowing, I'm not going to go without a coat. Okay? I'm going to put on my winter coat and go outside. If I wake up and it is 70 degrees and raining, okay, I'm either going to grab an umbrella or I'm going to get my raincoat.
Umbrella.
Right? Does that make sense? The coat I wear or the coat-like accessory, I guess, the probability of that depends on the weather. Does that make sense, guys? So, my coat choice and the weather, those are not independent. So the probability I take a raincoat depends on the probability of rain. Right? The probability I eat pizza does not depend on the probability of rain. Right? Does that make sense, guys? Yeah? Okay.
So what would the probability of taking like an umbrella or a raincoat right now, like it's overcast?
Right now, I would gamble on it. I don't like having extra stuff, so I would not bring a coat or an umbrella today. I tend to leave things places. That's why my name is in the back of all my coats. Okay. All right.
Did your mom sew them for you? That's cute.
No, not these coats. The coats I had previously when she did. But I'm a little old now. I got to do it myself. All right. Another thing to think about.
29.
The probability of probability of drinking hot cocoa, right? And the probability of snow. You think those affect each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go home.
Well, you can drink hot chocolate.
You can drink hot chocolate in the summertime, but it is more likely for you to drink hot chocolate when it is cold. So the probability of hot chocolate is affected by the probability of snow. Okay? If it's snow, if there's a high probability for snow today, then it raises the probability that you're going to drink hot chocolate.
Just like when it's summertime, there's a high probability of going swimming.
Right, summertime and swimming. Or summertime and ice cream, or summertime and popsicles.
Unless you're
Right? So weather does affect what you consume. Okay, there's actually a study that came out that said ice cream consumption affects crime rates.
What?
No, it doesn't.
That's
In the summertime, there's a higher probability of crime because it's lighter, longer, and it's not cold outside. And in the summer, there's also a higher probability you eat ice cream.
Or do they just want
So
ice cream?
ice cream consumption does not affect crime rates. They're both a result of hot weather.
Wait,
All right? But those events are not independent because they affect each other. What I want you to do, you got a question about this or something to add? Okay, we'll wait on the end. All right? What I want you guys to do is there are two examples where you have example A and example B. And it says event A and event 1 and event 2. Okay? For example A, I want you to write two events that are independent from the dice and the spinner. Okay? So what you can have with the dice and the spinner. Does that make sense? So two independent events with the dice and the spinner. For part B, I want you to write two independent events that are real-world situations. Okay? So dice and spinner, part A. Part B, real-world events. All right? And while you're doing that, I'm going to write the sample space back up here for the dice and spinner.
Do we do that for independent ones?
Yep. You don't need to. So you have it on the same page. I had to erase mine for the slide.
Rich, I have a question about what you were saying, like with crime rate being higher in the summer.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be less because there's more light out, so there's more witnesses out?
No, because people go to bed around the same time anyway, around 8 or 9 o'clock at night. But you can still see no problem up until 10:30. So people are going to bed. Their cars are parked outside for whatever reason. You know, the bikes are all out of the attic now. There's less from the garage. Cars are outside. People can get to them.
I
But
see
Does
now.
that make sense?
There-
And it's like twilight, so that you can see what you're doing.
Not everyone uses
It's,
What's that called? Like correlation and the other word they use.
like correlation coefficient.
Like there's a word, learned it last week. Yeah, do you remember that?
High correlation and low correlation.
But there's another word that's
No, I know what she's talking about, but I don't remember what
like
word.
what's like the correlation between this and this isn't true, but then there's also like connection. Like there's another word that.
Oh yeah, like lurking variables and leading
Yeah, we didn't
variables.
use those words.
Okay.
Mr. Brown.
All right, we'll think about it later. All right, back to this. What are two events with the dice and the spinner that are independent? Does anybody know? And for Hannah?
These are just random, so like they wouldn't affect
Right.
the speed of like how fast the spinner was going and how long you held the die in your
Okay, so those would be the ones that wouldn't affect each other. Okay, next. Anything else with dice and spinner? Jordan?
What you roll and what you spin for each one.
Okay, so what you roll, what you spin. So if I roll a 1, does that mean I'm going to spin an A?
No.
No, they're independent, right? They don't affect one another. Good. Anything else with dice and the spinner? Okay, what about real world events? Anyone have real world independent events?
Ice cream consumption versus crime rate.
Ice cream? No, they are affecting each other. If we're consuming more ice cream, the crime rates are more like are higher. It's because there's a lurking variable of the temperature outside.
Wait, so
I thought we already agreed
about
on
a
this.
fire?
Like you were saying that, and you're like, no.
All right, Jordan, I'll
nothing
take it.
now.
I'll take it. Nice job, Jordan. Anyone else?
a fire,
A fire and
water.
water.
Those directly affect
Oh.
each other.
I think those would not be independent
No, they.
Wait, what?
because if my house is on fire, it's going to get wet, right?
Yes, it will
Yeah.
get wet. because
Okay,
of
so
fire.
so having a fire at your house increases the probability of your house getting wet on the inside.
Mr. Branch, I got a question.
What's that?
For electrical fire,
I
wouldn't
thought you were
water
supposed to
fuel
put the
it?
things that go together.
Doesn't it?
What?
For electrical fire, isn't water like bad to put on your?
No, no, you're thinking of a grease fire. Let's take it. What up?
What about icy roads and car crashes?
What?
What about icy roads and car crashes?
Well, those increase probability or decrease, or they not affect each other?
They
increase.
So if we have icy roads, that increase the probability of car crashes. So are those independent or not independent? They depend on each other, right?
Yeah.
Hannah.
The color of my hair and how much I feed my dog.
Okay, good. Perfect. Hannah's hair color does not affect how much her dog eats each day. Okay, Ariane.
In the driving S class, they asked the question, where do more crashes occur during winter or summer? A lot of people say winter, but it's actually summer, because people tend to drive faster and there's more temptation in the summer. So it's actually summer instead of winter.
I would say too, people probably drive more in the summertime too.
Also, people
Nah,
say
yeah,
more
that's-
than.
Oh, I
So-
thought driving
So temperature and car crashes are not independent; they're dependent.
Something wrong? I put driving in the sun.
Okay.
Also, it's more dangerous to drive after a storm than during a storm.
Really? There's
Yeah.
stuff on the roads.
Yeah, because all
I'm afraid to
the
take a
stuff
shower
is all
during
on the
storm.
roads
And
now.
then
Get electrocuted
learn
by
new
the
stuff
shower.
every day. Kylie.
I don't understand how for Roman even how do you get 2 out of 4?
Okay, because with a 4-sided die, there's 4 sides, right? You have the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. How many of those numbers are even? 2. How many sides are there total?
4.
So 2 out of 4.
Oh, I thought she was getting that from up here.
Oh, you can take it from the table too. Just count how many 2s and how many 4s you have. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4 4s.
You're gonna get put
So
out.
you have 8
Having
total,
around
right?
15.
8 out of 16 is still
These
2 out of
men
4, which is still 1.
What the?
Okay.
Shh.
That's fine. Alright. Any questions about independent events? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Next type. Mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events are events that cannot occur at the same time or on the same outcome. So for example, if I flip a coin, can it be both heads and tails? No. Okay. If I draw a card from a deck, can I draw an ace and a king on the same draw?
No.
No. Okay. If I'm in Grand Rapids, can it snow and be 100 degrees on the same day?
Yes.
Been close. but I don't think so.
Michigan wasn't
Fake
even-
snow.
All right, so maybe the last one not so much.
Right.
All right,
Fake
fake snow.
Yeah,
Okay.
that counts.
So mutually exclusive means two events that cannot occur at the same time. Like you cannot be in here and excuse me. Excuse me. I can't talk and cough at the same time. They're mutually exclusive, right? You cannot be in here or Mr. Coon's room at the same time.
You
Yeah,
can't
you can.
sneeze and have your eyes open. It's like that.
Okay.
Inverse.
So you're
Whatever.
recording,
You're
right?
able
All right.
to talk about. You can cut off.
Going
your
back.
audio, put it in
Miss
the
Branch, are
Zoom
you
room.
recording?
Yes. Mutually exclusive events. Okay. I want you to 1 second. You can hold on to it. I'll let you share in a second. Okay. All right. On your paper, you have an example. You have to identify mutually exclusive events. All right. For part A, I want you to think about the dice in the spinner. Make a mutually exclusive event that uses the dice in the spinner or the dice or the spinner. Okay. And then for part B, I want you to think of real-world events that are mutually exclusive.
Mr.
Okay.
Bench,
Yeah.
I have a question.
What's that?
Why can't you sneeze with your eyes open?
I think it's just a reaction of your body. Just when you sneeze, your
No,
eyes.
you
shut.
can.
It's such an exert of energy that your eyes don't.
You can do that.
So is that going to be your example of mutually exclusive events?
Like when I go,
You can do that. Rich,
It'd
you
be
ever seen that video?
Oh,
That's
my,
too close.
oh my,
It's just too powerful.
your eyes water when you do that.
Why, but you know, I just thought. Technically, we're in every room we walk into because we're dropping skin flakes all over the place.
Oh.
So technically, we're in every room.
That was stupid.
Your center of mass is not though.
Yeah, but you didn't
Because
say
in
center of
physics,
mass.
your center of mass is what defines you. So
Yeah, technically.
you're giving me the biology example. I'm giving you the physics example.
Well, this is geometry, not physics or biology. Because technically.
Well, how about
The
this?
energy, the electron can be both in and out of the energy level. at the same
What
time.
if you cut a part of your body off and leave it in one room and then
First
go to
go.
the
You're not in there because it's not your center of mass.
What
Wow.
if you cut your
What if your
torso
legs
off
still
and put
in
it
the
in
middle?
another
It has
Oh my
mass to
goodness.
it.
Ranch,
What a can of worms we opened up.
What if we
Alright.
cut our torso off?
Example A, dice and spinner. I may have a dice and spinner mutually exclusive example. Have the dice and the spinner.
Rolling a 1 and a 3 at the same time.
Good. On one roll, you can't roll a 1 and a 3, right?
Right.
You can roll a 1 or you can roll a 3. You can't roll them both. Okay. Any other one? Maybe with the spinner. The spinner has A, B, C, D. Okay, good. You can't spin an A and a D on the same spin, right? That make sense? Guys, that make sense?
Oh, I got one.
What's that?
Running and walking at the same time.
Can't run and walk at the same time, okay? So it'll be a real world example. So you can't run and walk at the same time. Bradley.
Can't be raining and running and well.
It can be raining and sunny at the same time, can it?
That is
Okay.
so weird. How that
Jordan?
It can't be 12 a.m. and 12 p.m.
In the same time zone. Okay, good. You gotta add that in there. Because it can be 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. at the same time.
You can't be dead and alive
apart
at the
from
same time. Wait, can you?
I think we should leave that one alone.
Yeah.
Alright.
What do you say?
Can't be dead and alive at the same time.
No,
Well, you can be brain dead and still breathing.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you're not dead though.
And alive.
We're
If
not
you're
alive.
still breathing, then
Okay. Alright, I'll give you that one. Jordan.
With only one TV, you can't watch 2 TV shows at once.
yeah, you can.
With
Yeah,
one
you
TV.
Picture in picture.
Actually, you can.
Yeah,
Anna?
have you ever seen those sports channels
Yeah.
with like
Hey, you don't like.
Or with one TV, you didn't say smartphone, because you could watch on your
Sir,
smartphone.
I do like sports. In fact, I
I
like
said
the
one.
Tigers. I just don't like
Tigers
Jordan talking about useless stuff that's not going to help anybody.
Alright, you had a good example.
It's
My
gonna help the
example
Tigers.
is your heart cannot beat while you sneeze.
Your heart can't beat while you sneeze.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
Whoa.
No, it can't.
Guys, let's not
It
argue about this, okay?
It stops. That's why people say bless you because your heart stops and back in like forever ago. That's why they said bless you.
No, it was because they thought that when you sneeze, you were really
Alright, we're digressing. Back to mutually exclusive events. Any other ones?
I have a question. Who took biology and who didn't?
Guys, any other ones?
You release
Right.
Being ugly and being